Good evening, everybody. I know this is unusual, but I scheduled shut in calls and I wanted to make sure I wasn't too terribly late. So, Mr. Wilson says hi. Jenny has been moved to Liberty Commons, and I saw her. And Mr. Debnan is still depressed. So, oh, and Miss Ritchie was sitting out by the nurse's station watching the world go by. So, and finishing a brownie, I think. Anyway, it was a pretty full day. So, um, I'm doing my rant now. Okay. I've got a hole in my head. We knew that though. Okay. So, today you have um, five Psalms to read. They're not that long. So, that's pretty okay. The good news is that for the rest of the week, you're only doing three or two Psalms. Remember, the book of Psalms itself is divided up into different books. The first book are predominantly or almost exclusively Psalms of David. Okay, the further into the book you get, the different books of Psalms are a collection of um, Solomon um, and the sons of Korah, who are the temple liturgists and stuff like that. So these are particular Psalms that pertain to the time when David was running from Saul. So you can kind of see that. All right. And then one's a battle psalm, and then another one's just a, you're pretty cool, God, which is what Psalms are supposed to be. Acts 28 is an unsatisfactory end to the book of Acts. Why do I say that? Because as thorough as Luke was in the Gospel of Luke, it seems like part of Acts got dropped off. I mean, it ends by saying Paul lived in Rome for 2 years. And there should have been more. It's almost like the back end of the scroll fell off. And there's all kinds of thoughts on that. One, and this is the one that my seminary gravitated to, but it's pretty boring, that Luke deliberately left things obtuse. Okay. Then there's various endings, and one was gruesome, so they lobbed off the end of the book, and the other one was he was secreted out of Rome, secreted meaning secretly, or he was just released anticlimactically, and he went to Spain. When we get to heaven and we read his bio for the lectures we're going to hear, it'll tell us. Until then, don't worry about it. Okay. Tomorrow we start Romans, one of my favorites. Okay. Someone asked me, do you have any book of the Bible you really don't like? Some that not as much as others, but boy, I'll tell you, Gospel of Luke, Book of Acts, Romans, digging on it all the time. Okay. Esther, Daniel, awesome books. Okay. So, anyway, and remember, next Monday night, there is no Monday night Bible class. And the following week, we'll start The Chosen. If you want a workbook, get volume 1 either from Amazon or Hobby Lobby. And if you can't find it, someone will help you. All right. So, and here I had this new great habit started, and I didn't continue. Ah, good heavens. Well, it is kind of past evening. I don't know what's going on. All right. So, thank you, gracious God, for the gift of this new day. Awaken me to your abiding presence. Open my eyes to your creation. Open my ears to your promises. Open my heart to the needs of others. Fill me with your spirit and guide me this day in works of kindness, justice, and mercy. I ask this in the name of Jesus, the light and life of the world. I'm a beloved child of God, marked with the cross of Christ forever. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, and we've talked about the Bible readings for today, I'm going to continue to go out of order just because. All right. Psalm 118, verse 5. Out of my distress, I called on the Lord. The Lord answered me and set me in a broad place. God answers prayers. He rescues his beloved children. Now, do we always come out unscathed? No, we don't always. Are there consequences for sin? Yes. Sometimes do we get caught in the crossfire of stuff? Yes. But we are put in a broad place, a safe place. That's what that means. A safe place. Okay. All right. So that's a good thing. 2 Corinthians 1:7. Our hope for you is unshaken, for we know that as you share in our sufferings, so you also share in our consolation. Ladies and gentlemen, we have something unique in the universe, in our God. He actually experiences the same things we do, and he understands. Okay? That's a good thing. All right. God is absolutely no stranger to what's going on. Okay. And he knows how we hurt, and he takes care of us. That's a good thing. Okay. All right. And because he shares in our suffering, he also consoles us. It's there. And we kind of need to embrace it. All right. Faithful Lord, when I feel lost or alone, help me remember that I am never lost to you. You hold me close, open my eyes to see in your promises that you are with me in my sufferings. I know that when I call on you, your words will console me and give me your peace. The prayers don't often match the readings. However, in this case, it does. And at the risk of repeating myself, for those of you that have a copy of Daily Text, take a long, hard look at that prayer, because it's like a commentary on the Old and New Testament verses for today. Very significant. Okay. God does hold us close. And part of our faith is knowing that when we call on God, he hears us and he responds in giving us peace, as well as understanding. and mercy and love and comfort and all the stuff the benevolent parent should give us. Okay. All righty. Today's easy peasy, folks. All right. I realize that it's like 6 o'clock, but I love this. Well, we'll save it for tomorrow. Let's do the Pilgrim's Prayer. I am not in control. I am not in a hurry. I walk in faith and hope. I greet everyone with peace. I bring back only what God gives me. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you in the morning.